Happy Friday, y'all. Real quick, I just wanted to come on here. I had a call earlier this week and we were talking about how disproportionately the wealth gap is or has been, for the several hundreds of years, i.e. the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, back in the 60s and 50s. They were able to leave a substantial amount to their generational bloodline. And I know that we were definitely suppressed. We had a lot of situations to where we wasn't able to do certain things and qualify for certain things. And I'm talking about insurance, leaving a legacy for your kids. Back in the day, the wealthy, the whites, they had access to insurance policies, to leave to their families, and their families are benefiting from those legacies to this day. But we are in 2026 now. We can't continue to dwell on the past, and I just want to put awareness out there, y'all, that we have the opportunity, just like them now in 2026, to leave generational wealth to our kids and our kids' kids, right? Our generation, and I was guilty of this too, we want our kids looking fly, in the latest, and the Jordans and the name brand and all that stuff. Yeah, they looking fly, but they gonna be broke once they graduate from high school. They gonna be broke when they graduate from college. All they gonna have, and they gonna outgrow the Jordans that we invest in this money in. So I just wanted to encourage y'all to get our kids a policy, and we can get them, you can get like a good 20-30 year term policy for $1 million, and then we can convert it into a whole life, into an IUL later, once you get more money or whatever. But right now you can spend maybe $4 or $5 a day, get your kids $1 million policy. If something happened to you today, your kids are straight. And if they do the right thing with it, your kids are going to be straight. Let's start thinking about that, right? In another example, if not $1 million, at least like $250,000. I got somebody, she had $100,000. I got her a $3,000 policy for about $12 more. And then, in a couple of years, we're going to convert that into a whole life IUL policy. And then also she's going to get her son a whole life IUL policy, so to where he can start accumulating cash. So when so where he gets older, he's not going to be struggling. He's not going to be looking for handouts. He's going to be good, but going to be able to invest in businesses and everything. And also, we have policies to where you can pay it up. You can choose the option to pay on it for 10 years, 20 years for your kids. And when they're in their 20s or early 30s, they don't have to worry about paying into an insurance policy anymore. But that policy that has been accumulating there through the payments, they're still going to be able to get paid out on that forever. They're going to always be able to borrow from it, and they're always going to have that death benefit if something happened to them, right? So I just wanted to just throw that out there. So contact me, DM me, call me, however you need to reach out to me, and let's get our kids set up. It's so many different products and insurance now that are reasonable, and if we get them early and get our kids set up while they're young, it's going to be definitely affordable. If we have to stop eating out every day, if we have to stop going out every weekend, if we have to stop buying all these Jordans and stuff that they're going to go out of, put that money in something to where it's going to benefit them in the long run. Let's start building generational wealth for our kids and our kids' kids. All right, y'all. Happy Friday.